I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not speaking meaningfully about anything, okay? Because I don't know what the words I'm using are referencing.
Which one?
No, they're true. They're falsehoods. Yeah.
Okay,
What's wrong
cool.
with that?
So are you suggesting that because our language cannot necessarily describe every possible facet of something, that utilization of a word to indicate whether something is true or false doesn't actually happen?
So when I answered this 20 seconds ago, the answer still is no. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay, well,
I mean,
I'm glad. I'm very
let me
glad that's
explain
the
it to
case
you.
because no, dude, no, I don't want you to explain it to me because I asked that question specifically to point out how dumb the circles you've been going around with Robin about for the last 15 minutes, because he's been explaining this to you over and over and over again. You've now just admitted that, well, no, that wouldn't be the case. Okay, well, fine. Then what's the point of you claiming that somehow the point he's making isn't valid?
Um, I don't know. I've been explaining why I think that there are certain statements that are
Friction,
just true.
friction.
You,
Friction
You're
you've
has
been
way
explaining.
degrees in
friction. This is a waste.
philosophy.
This
The
is a
idea that
I
you
waste.
don't. I
guys
don't
could
This is
know.
a
make
waste
some
of
like
time.
joke saying that
Look,
he's proposing
Sean,
purporting
Sean, Sean,
sophistry.
Sean, Sean, Sean. Okay,
Sean, just
Sean,
let Friction
look.
please
go.
just stop. Okay, there are two new atheist thugs that have joined, and we're gonna see if they can defend their falsity of God.
Could
Okay,
I have
so the
just a
newest
quick
thug
20
that have
seconds?
joined. So we had Sean. Hold on a minute, friction. We have Sean here. I'm gonna invite Sean up, and Jack, the atheist thug himself. Okay, to defend the non-existence. Um,
John, you don't want to
Yeah.
throw
So hold on a
in.
minute. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Hold on a
Okay, yeah,
minute.
here it
We want to
is.
do
You
this. We
want my
want to do this one
argument?
at a time. We want
I
to do
just have
this
a
one at a
quick 20
time.
seconds. Just have a
Okay,
quick
go
20
ahead,
seconds.
Friction. Go ahead and finish.
Yeah, I'm not, to be honest, I'm really not interested in continuing the stuff on excluded metal, although I think it's interesting. I really wanted to come back to, and this is what I started talking about, the argument against agnosticism, because I don't think it works, and I want to kind of explore that.
All right, we can
I
do
don't
that in
know.
a second, but I do want to hear quickly from Sean and from Jack how it is the case that there is no God. So Sean, you can go first. There is no God because.
Yeah, super quick. You don't want to throw in uh, John M., my guy. Destroyer is the, as he's known by this
Don't
friction
care, Sean.
philosophy
We don't
guys,
care. We don't. I don't care
has
how many degrees
degrees
he
in
had. I don't
philosophy.
care. I don't care if he had 5 PhDs
The
in different
idea
in different.
that
All right.
you could.
All right. Yeah. That idea is also that you're off the stage. That's the idea right now. Okay, you're off the stage, and we have another atheist, Doug Daniel Neer, who wants to come up too. So Jack, there is no God because.
Well, I already gave you the answer to that.
Yeah, that was a straw man. Last time he tried to do it was a straw man. So there is
How
no
is
God
it?
because.
How is it a straw man?
There is no God because, Jack. You have 30 seconds.
Wait, you said it was a straw man. How was it a straw
There is
man?
no God because.
Yeah, I already gave you that argument. I can give it to you again if you want. You're
Yeah,
saying
what
it's
is
a straw
fundamental is
man,
not a
but
mind
how?
because.
Sorry?
Yeah, what is fundamental is not a mind because.
What's
It's not a
fundamental is
conscious
not a
being.
mind?
Yeah, it's not a conscious being because.
Yeah, I told you that a mind is a perspective on a world.
Oh no! Again, so that's the straw man you're doing again. A
How
mind
is it
just
a
denotes
straw
that it's a
man?
conscious that it's a conscious thing, and a conscious just
Yeah,
means
how
that
is it? How is it a
that it
straw
is
man?
that it is. I'm explaining it to you that there is an awareness, right, of anything at all, of something, of anything. Okay, so there's no external world that's necessary to say that you're aware of something. If anything, you're just saying that if anything, the world would just be encapsulated. God would just be the world. Right? If the world just means it's just an abstraction for all that exists, in eternity past, God would just be all that exists. So he'd have a perspective, of course, on himself, if you want to call it a perspective. So that would still not negate the idea that God exists.
No, I
Okay,
thought God was
so
an
all a
atheist.
mind, all a mind mean is that you're conscious, that you have an awareness. That's all
By
we're talking
conscious,
about
do
here.
you mean
So there's
phenomenal
no God.
states?
So there's no God because.
Sorry, I'm trying to clarify. By conscious, do you mean that God has phenomenal states?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you 30 seconds to defend your position.
I can give you the argument, right? So,
Yeah, listen, if you tell me I can give you the argument and don't hurry up and start actually presenting your case for there's no God, the time is ticking and we still haven't heard an answer.
yeah,
It's been about an
so a
hour since
mind.
it's been about an hour. So listen, Jack, it's been an hour since I've
Well, you
asked your
can't
first
hear him
thug
when you're
to defend his
talking, J.
position.
Robin.
All right, Altoid. Also, Altoid's still here. So it's been about an hour since I've asked your first thug to defend his position, and the time is still ticking. I still haven't heard a rational defense for atheism. Maybe the people, they all follow you around, right? And so maybe you have an answer to this question, and we can put a stop to this timer here. It's been about an hour and 5 minutes. So there is no God because
Yeah, so if a mind exists without a world, Cartesian scenarios are possible. If Cartesian scenarios are possible, then an agent could have one set of true beliefs and another agent could have false beliefs. Given that an agent that had true beliefs and an agent that had false beliefs would be disagreeing, and given that disagreement presupposes a background of agreement, it's not actually possible for there to be an agent with mostly false beliefs. And therefore, Cartesian scenarios.
that was entirely
Therefore,
convoluted. So
Cartesian
this is a
scenarios.
sophistry that we talk about here, right? That
Therefore,
was entirely
therefore,
convoluted
Cartesian
reasoning. So
scenarios are
there is no
possible.
God. So listen here. What we're talking about right now is God being defined in the general sense as that which is fundamental in the mind. Okay? So we're just talking about a conscious being. Okay? You
Yeah.
haven't explained to us how it is the case that there is no God, other
Wait,
than use your
what was wrong
convoluted.
with my argument?
It was convoluted reasoning. I want to hear a
Which
clean, a
premise?
clear,
Which premise
a
did you
clean.
reject?
Do not overtalk me. I want to hear a clean, concise, plain English substantiation for the claim that you and all the other thugs hold to, which is that there is no God. It's been an hour and 5 minutes, almost an hour and 6 minutes. We haven't heard a clear answer. So let's hear it again. Let me ask the question again. There is no God because.
You want me to
Mute
repeat
your mic. Unmute your
you want
mic.
me to repeat the
No,
argument?
I want you to give me a non-convoluted, clear, concise, plain English substantiation for your point, for your claim.
So, if a mind can exist without a world, right?
I
That
don't even know
means
what that means. I don't even know what that means. A world, if a world just refers to everything that exists, then there has always been a world because God has always
An
existed.
a world
external
Hence this
external.
world.
That's
definition.
not what I meant. I meant a
Okay.
world external to a mind.
Okay, well that's not what a mind refers to. Then you're doing a straw man because
What do you mean
I'm
that's not
defining
what a
mind.
mind refers to?
I'm because all a mind refers to is that you're conscious.
What do you mean by conscious? States?
External worlds are not relevant factors in that discussion. At least not as a mind has been defined.
By conscious, you mean phenomenal states?
No, we're just saying that there's an awareness. There's
Yeah, by
access
that, do you mean
to
phenomenal
the truth.
states? By awareness,
I'm
do you
not
mean
necessarily
phenomenal
referring to
states?
phenomena. I'm not necessarily referring to phenomenology here.
So, what do you
To
mean by
empirical
awareness if you don't mean
observance.
phenomenal states? What kind of mental state?
I'm waiting for an answer to my question.
Well, wait, you corrected me saying that a
I'm waiting
mind
for
is
an
merely a
answer.
conscious
I'm waiting
awareness.
for an answer to my question, Jack. There is
Yeah.
no God because.
You want me to give the argument again?
I'm waiting. It's been about 30. I'm gonna give you about 30 seconds before I kick you out of the room. So you better
You want me
hurry
to
up.
give the argument again?
You're wasting your time. Time is
I'm
ticking.
wasting my time by asking you if you want me to give the argument
The
again.
time is still ticking, so I'm waiting.
So you want me to give the argument again, is that right?
The time is still ticking. You have about 20 seconds now.
What is the answer to the question? I don't understand. Is that what you're asking for?
You have 15 seconds before you're off the stage.
Is
Better hurry
what
up.
is it that you're asking for? Do you want me to
You
give
have
the
10
argument
seconds now.
again? So why isn't you aren't answering the why is it that you're not
He's
answering the
just gonna
question?
Five,
respond
four,
and play these
three,
excellent games.
2, 1. Okay, bye, Jack. It's been an hour and 8 minutes now, and the atheists have not answered the question. Right? We haven't had a clear, concise, plain English, non-fallacious, honest, intelligent answer to the question that atheists are so famous for making. Right? It is atheism, really. It is the denial, the claim that God exists, the denial of God. And it's been an hour and 8 minutes, right, of the years that we've been asking, but of the time I've specifically tracked here, it's been an hour and 8 minutes, and we haven't heard a clear answer to the question. So thank you, thugs, for proving my point to me. Friction, Altoid, Tom, Sean, Jack, the ones are in currently in the room, but there are more of them. I've been asking for the past couple of weeks all of the atheist thugs for that position. That's not, by the way, by atheist thugs, I'm not referring to all the atheists. I'm just referring to the people of the specific gang of this atheist sophistry that we're hearing right now. And so yeah, we have about almost half a dozen of the thugs in this room right now. I've asked all of them. Well, actually, no, Sean, let me put you back on the stage because I didn't get a chance to ask you. But I've asked everyone else, and they haven't given a clear answer. So, Sean, maybe you can be the first of the many thugs of this gang who can answer the question. So, there is no God because.
Do you understand
And
what?
go ahead and unmute your mic.
Do you understand what a phenomenal state is?
There is no God because, Sean. Yeah, if I start hearing sophistry out of your mouth, I'm going to start putting a timer on.
He said like
A
two
clock
words.
countdown timer, meaning that you're going to be off the stage. Altoid, don't interject right now. Sean, there is no God because.
Cartesian scenarios are possible under your world.
All right, so I'm not gonna do this convoluted thing. I want to hear there can't be a fundamental mind. That which is fundamental is not a mind. It's not a conscious thing because
You're saying God is a conscious thing?
yeah, God is ultimate and conscious. He's a conscious entity. There is no God because
And what is consciousness to you?
we've already went over this. So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna put the timer on. Yeah, 45 seconds.
It's just still waiting for you to define consciousness.
The time is still ticking. Maybe once you start answering honestly, then I can extend the timer. But right now you have now it's 30 seconds. So go ahead. I'm waiting.
Maybe once you figure out what consciousness means, you'll have a clear picture of what you mean by God.
So this is about the sixth atheist tonight of the gang, the sixth atheist thug that I've asked tonight for their position, a defense of their position, and you have 15 seconds. I'll give you an extra couple seconds because I was talking. You have 25 seconds. Go ahead.
Can't even agree on the definition of a mind. I'm not sure how we can agree on the
All right, now
definition
it's
of
15
God.
seconds. Now it's 15 seconds.
Well, if your definition of God hinges on your definition of a mind, you're going to have to present one.
Now it's 10 seconds. Is this
Well, I
the
guess
best that
God
atheists
doesn't
have, really?
exist, folks.
Okay. Is this the best atheists have, really? Daniel Nero, you can come onto the stage.
I mean,
These people think
you're
they're
just not
formidable. They think they're a
interacting with
formidable.
people.
They think that they're a formidable threat. No, actually, I'm interacting very finely and perfectly with them,
No, you're
and they
just
don't want
counting
to
numbers
defend their
instead of
position.
responding.
Yeah, I'm counting numbers when they decide that they want to be dishonest, and then I have to force them, right, through counting, right, the counting on the timer when they're going to present their case, and then I'm going to count down, right, because I'm not going to waste a lot of time, right. I have all day, but I'm not going to waste time